Yo, welcome back. The Diaries, episode 7. Now, I was just thinking about what to actually talk about, honestly, on this episode. Over the past week, it's been pretty boring, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but nothing as crazy that has gone on that I can really share or anything like that. But I suppose that's usually a good sign sometimes. I remember one of the first, a couple of guys who I used to learn off a few years ago, they used to say that a boring business creates an exciting life, which can be true, and I understand the learning and the message behind it, especially like in the online coaching space or like the service business space where a lot of the stuff that makes you money that allows you to live like an exciting life is sales calls, outreach, even media buying, analyzing data, analyzing the landing page conversion rates, changing like a sentence and then split testing it, or going through your email sequence and, analyzing the open rates and stuff. I actually find some of that interesting, especially the analytical stuff, but I know a lot of people find it very boring. I find like the sales calls and like DM conversations and stuff boring, but generally in business, that stuff creates, the money. It's the ROI activity. So yeah, that's pretty much all that is to it. Now, I wanted to share with you basically what we're looking to do in June. So that has changed actually over the past week. We've changed our launch strategy for June. So to relaunch the group coaching program, we're going to be doing a 3-day challenge. Now, and then at the end of the 3-day challenge, we will sell the program. Now, I'll probably do videos on my YouTube and stuff, like breaking down the full process when it's happened, or maybe in a video like this. But I won't go into that today because it's a pretty long video and I want to try and keep these brief. But we're basically doing a 3-day challenge because we were going to relaunch it and do a couple of webinars, and we've done those previously. And because we're only marketing organically right now, I think maybe just doing 2 webinars isn't the best strategy again, because it's only been a month or so since we've done the last one. So to really get the bigger numbers, I thought, well, why don't we do something different? And it was actually my business partner who suggested it. And I know a lot about challenges. It's probably the funnel that I've done literally the most. And maybe even part of me is a little bit sick of it because I've done so many of these live launches over the past 2 to 3 years. I honestly think I'm probably up there in the entire digital marketing space. I'm probably up there in terms of volume of someone who has executed this many challenges, because for the longest time for the agency that I run, it was pretty much the reason why people came to us. It was because people had a good experience with it. Then they would refer 2 or 3 of their friends who were also selling coaching, and they'd be like, yeah, you did this launch for my friend. I want you to launch it for me too. So the amount of times I've done these 3 and 5-day challenges is pretty crazy. So maybe that's why I didn't suggest to do it for this business. But anyway, my business partner suggested it because she was like, hey, I think we should do this because I've seen other people doing it. And I'm like, yeah, that probably will make us more money. And we're actually in the middle of a launch for one of our clients at the agency right now. And I think the cart has been open for a week. No, it's not even been open a week. It's been open, 6 days. It was open last Monday. And I think they've done nearly 300K cash right now. So they've collected 300 grand in cash. If payment plans come in, they'll do over 500,000. So that kind of was also okay, maybe it's a sign to, do a proper launch. Mind you, we're not going to do those types of numbers, or I don't think we are anyway, just because obviously our audience is a lot smaller than my clients, but it was the motivation of yes, let's do this. Because part of me, when my business partner suggested it, I was we're pretty close to June. Setting up a launch like this is a lot of work. We've got to create the content. We've got to do all the funnels, the emails, everything. And then I was like, Sam, stop being lazy. Come on, this is, what you want to do. This is what you want to grow. This is your company. And you're I had the thought in my mind of, oh, that's a lot of work. Maybe we'll do it later, which was a stupid mindset to have. So quickly snapped myself out of that and was just oh yeah, you know what? That's really good. I remember it was suggested to me in the evening one night. And that's when I was oh, I don't know. And that's maybe when I was a bit tired. And then I remember that night I woke up at 2, 3 a.m. and then I just couldn't get back to sleep because I was just thinking about it, being oh shit, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. So that's what we're doing. We're doing the launch in a couple of weeks. Starts on the 11th. So a week today, actually, is when it we do basically it's like a 3-day challenge, 3-day launch. So we've already started promoting it over the last few days. It's pretty much been what I've been working on. And I just pulled up the funnel stats here. Honestly, I was going to film with my camera like I kind of usually do. But then when I went to film, the battery was dead. So I was like, okay, I'll do a Loom video. What can I show you guys on the actual screen? Like I said, it's been nothing too crazy. But we've obviously started promoting the challenge the other day. I think it was Friday. So you can see right now we've got about 400 people registered. So conversion rate is like 76% on the landing page, which is obviously really good. I want to try and get over 2,000 people to register. So we're going to go hard on promotion over the next week. Hopefully get over 2K people registered for it. I think that would be good. And, even if then we can convert, let's just see. I should be able to do this math, but say we got 2,000 registrants and we convert, let's go for 2% of the people. Sorry, I'm doing the calculations on my phone. That means we would get 40 customers, and we're selling a 1K coaching program. So it means we would make 40 grand. If we can get 2,000 people, I would want us to convert like 2% of those. So we'll probably make about 40K. That's the goal anyway. Might be a bit less, could be even 1%. We'd make 20K. But kind of the point is like the general rule with internet marketing, and I don't like these rules because it totally depends on niche, price point, experience, a whole load of things, right? But if you can generally convert 1% of your leads into like a high ticket-ish customer, aka 1K or above, you could probably you could do very well. So that's always what I look out for. For our clients, when we do the launches, from ads, we typically do around 1 to 2% conversion of the leads into a high ticket customer, 1 to 2K product. For the organic audience, it's usually over 2%. So I'd want us to convert at least 2% of the leads, but we'll see anyway. So that's the strategy. We're doing that on June 11th. And yeah, that's the focus. And then we've got a couple of things planned for later in June as well, like a couple of webinars and stuff like that as well. But that's going to be a very similar process to what we've done. And I'll probably talk about them closer to the date as well, because there's a specific strategy that we're going to use to get people to those webinars, which I'll talk about on another video. I don't want this to go on too long. And then, yeah, the big goal is then just to really, I've been in like grind mode really since I've been to Marbella. I moved to Marbella like nearly 2 months ago now. Well, about a month and a half ago. I think I came middle of April. And I've literally not even seen Marbella. I've literally just worked in this office, and then my gym is like 30 seconds away, which is the paddle club, which is literally the best gym in the world, by the way. If you ever come to Marbella, definitely check out the gym. It's the most incredible thing in the world. So I live about 30 seconds away from the gym because I wanted to get my apartment close to the gym, because I know I go to the gym like 5-6 times a week. But that's pretty much been my life for the past month and a half. I literally haven't done anything else. For the first time, I've been out a couple of times for like a meal and a drink with a few like agency like Twitter people. And when I say drink, the first time I went out, I drank sparkling water, and then on Friday when I went out with one guy, I had a spice rum and Coke and sparkling water. So when I say drink, it's not really going out for a drink. But anyway, I went out to socialize, I suppose. But that was literally just the 2 times I've done it. Since then, I really haven't done much. My mates keep taking the piss because they're like, you've been in Marbella and you've not even been to the beach once. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I literally haven't done anything. So, but I'm in grind mode right now. Anyway, the point of that was I've got like a big month in June where I'm like full on just working pretty much every day. And then at the end of June, it's my birthday. So we're going away to Sevilla for a few days. And then I'm going to my mate's stag do in Berlin at the very end of June. And then I'm flying back home to the UK for July. And then when I'm back in the UK for July, I've got like christenings and like birthdays and stuff, like a ton of stuff going on. So I know like from July or like very end of June to like July, I'm going to have a bit of socializing to do. So that's why for the last couple of months, I just have been, in like the work season. But yeah, looking forward to June. I got a ton going on, even with the agency and stuff as well. There's so much to do, so busy. I've also committed to like filming a ton of YouTube content as well, which is draining, but it's good. It's exciting. I'm like really enjoying the process at the moment, which is like the main thing, regardless of the outcome. So But yeah, looking forward to seeing how this goes. It'd be interesting to see how this converts versus the webinar. I typically don't like doing these challenges with new businesses because the presenter or the coach or the face of the brand, they have to be very engaging and they have to be good at teaching and presenting. But as you guys know, I'm not the face of this company. My business partner is, and they're very good at presenting and stuff. So I'm pretty confident that they'll do a great job. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Looking forward to it, and I will catch you on the next video.